Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here with this month's Use Up Your Small Paper Pad video. If you have been watching this collab, this is a collab by Deb's House Crafty Cottage, and there's several participants and I will have them all listed below, and they've all been making some beautiful projects throughout this year. So this is we'll have a video this month and next month, and that will be it for this year. And so we'll see what happens next year. But today, what I thought I would do to use up some of my small paper pad is to make a little like folder. And I made these cards on Monday in my video. And I thought I'd instead of making this into a card, I'd go ahead and my marker went through, I see. I'll have to cover that up. I'm going to be covering this up anyway, is my plan, but I thought I'd make a little folder out of these so I could use these in some snail mail for like a little ephemera holder. So I've got these two to work with, and then this is also from an 8.5 by 11 paper pad. This is cardstock, plain on this side and decorated on this side. And I have these right here, the small paper pads to work with to decorate these and make my little file folder pockets and envelopes and things. So this was from a paper pad. I just have already pulled them out. So that's what I have to work with. But before we get started, let me just show you. I didn't know if I should do a special video or what. I'm not sure how to act now that my granddaughter is here. But here's a picture of her in case you haven't seen her on my Facebook. She was born on Monday around 3 o'clock. And she's a little girl, 9 pounds, 2 ounces. So not so little, but she is little. She's a baby. But here she is. I think they're getting her ready to go home from the hospital here yesterday. And let me try to hold it still with no glare. But she's, 9 pounds, 2 ounces. Super, healthy baby, and we're all, happy. I haven't been things are different now. I can't, nobody could go to the hospital, but, the parents, my son and my daughter-in-law. So, I'm trying to show you what she has on. She has a little Minnie Mouse outfit on. So just look up here. She's got, this is a little hat with Minnie Mouse ears. And this picture, well, this picture's not online yet. But there's another picture with her with a hat on my Facebook. So if you guys, if you're interested, I would be glad to share. You could join me on my Facebook, my personal or my Turquoise Dreaming. I don't have her on my Turquoise Dreaming yet, so you'd have to join my, not join, but just send me a friend request to see my pictures if you love babies. So anyway, she's got little mittens on here. They have little Minnie Mouses on them. Her pink, this is a whole outfit, a Minnie Mouse outfit. Little booties have something about Minnie Mouse on them, and a very cute little outfit to go home from the hospital. And then there was something to go over this too to keep her warm because it's cold this week. I think the high was, she went home yesterday and the high was around, I think it was around 62, but it might have been 55. I'm kind of distracted these last few days after she's been born. I just constantly, because I haven't seen her in person, so I'm constantly looking at Facebook and my, phone for new pictures coming through. Anyway, let's get started with this project. These are two I folded in, I already folded those in half on Monday. I'm going to fold these in half. Now, these are already decorated on the front too now, aren't they? So this is decorated on the front. This is decorated on the front. I can write some words or cut out some words or do some stamping on the front here, which I might do. Not today. I'm just going to use up some papery bits today for this video. But yes, I want to do, I'm calling it a snail mail because it's just an envelope with some goodies in it, not a big box or a big envelope, just a regular kind of sized envelope with some goodies. So I'm going to call that snail mail instead of happy mail. Although it's very happy also, right? So there we go. So I pulled out this one, these right here to go inside. They had some pinks and greens and, matching colors here. So let's see, this would match both of them. Let me see if this one will match both of them. This one would go too, really. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out, how I want to do it. I think I want to put a little envelope in over here because I have some of the things I'm thinking about sending right here to both of these recipients. So these are some of my cigar bands, and I thought they might fit in a little envelope here. Let's see. If I put the envelope this way, it would have to be as wide as the card to fit this in, and actually a little wider. Or I could put the envelope sideways, and then I could have it a little wider, and then I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, it fitting. So I'm going to see if I can make an envelope out of this and go ahead and do that sideways type of envelope. So let's do that. I'm just going to fold up here and fold down for a flap. But we're going to decorate the flap a little bit, hopefully, if we have room here. So, and that will cover up that where my marker came through a little bit on this one from the beak, from the birdie beak. It came through the paper. So I didn't realize that till just now. So that's not done, but let's just go ahead and make 2 here during our allotted time. This one's a little different. Really didn't want to fold it up quite that much. Let me refold that a little bit. So I hope everyone's doing well. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thanksgiving, whatever you're doing. I know a lot of states, or most states, probably have the, you know, requirement where you can only have so many people. Like here it's 10 in a gathering, and supposedly that applies to your Thanksgiving dinner. So, but I don't, you know, I mean, a lot of people have a big family, and I have a big family, but they're not here with me. They're not in North Carolina, and they're not, you know, I have some family coming, but they're not over, I won't have over 10 people here. So let's see. So I'm going to see if I can decorate this a little bit, and the way I've been doing this recently is so you can get both sides the same on your envelope flap. It's just doing that. You fold it in half and then just cut. So I'm going to cut a little curve, you know, kind of like a little wave here, and just make a little decorative something or other. Let's go curve up, and I really don't want much off here. I just want a little decoration. So I'm going to curve up and then curve down and then curve back up, and then you have a pretty little decoration there for your flap. I was trying not to crease it, but you see how it makes a pretty little decoration. It's all even. Isn't that nice? This flap is not as long. I think I need to, this one I'm messing up on. I need to make my flap bigger so I have room to cut here. That's okay. Okay, it'll be all right. So that's the flap, and then I'm going to fold in half again. And just in case you're wondering how I did that, I just kind of play it by ear and just, let's see, go up. So make it curve up. I'm right up at the edge so I don't cut off too much. And then curve down, and then curve back up to a point. And pretty little, kind of a scalloped edge there. Okay, so now this is our envelope. Let's see, do I want to round the corners? It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to round the corners. I don't think that will, I mean, you can round the corners here is what I'm talking about if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about it. I want to glue this together as an envelope. Go ahead and make it an envelope. I just think that will be fun to have an envelope inside this card. And this started out as, I believe it's a 6x6 piece of paper. So we're going to glue that together. And you can use whatever glue you like to use on this. You can even use double-sided tape, whatever, you know, you like to use to stick things together. You know, it's a simple thing, an easy craft here today. That's my favorite things, because I don't have a lot of time, you know, so I need to do things the easy way to get them done. You know what I mean? Or else I'll never get anything done. Okay, so I'm going to just make all my creases nice and creased, and that's our flap. Okay, now let's glue it down. I'm going to glue it down right here. I was wondering if it was going to be too big. It is a little bit too big. Well, there is a solution for that. Is this one too big too? When I was folding it and I said what size it was, I was like, I wonder if it's going to fit in. So, okay, that's all right. We can fix things, right? So how are we going to fix it? We're going to cut a little bit off here. But I know what you're saying, but you're cutting off your glue, Sherry. That's okay. I'm going to re-glue. I don't have time to start this video over, so we're just going to go with it. Stuff happens, right? Okay, this is my little tiny paper cutter, and it's not going through this thick. This is kind of almost, it is cardstocky, so it's not just paper. I'm going to cut a little bit off of each side so that I can see if this fits now inside my little cardstock cards. So let's see, I cut enough off. Almost another sliver here. This little white piece should do it. Okay, that's one. Yes, see, now it fits. Okay, so let's cut off a little bit on this one. And I cut a good size sliver off of each side. Yes, I should have figured that out beforehand, but you know how it is. All right, so now they fit. Now they fit. Yep, snug. Snug as a bug. Okay, do we need to re-glue? This one's still glued. Okay. Let me make sure all the way up to the top. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy, right? Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on the back of this one. I think I'll leave a pocket in the back just in case. So I'm going to put glue on 3 sides, the bottom and the sides. Or you can glue it all the way down. Just put glue all over if you want. So this is going on the inside front cover here, right in the middle. And then we'll have a little pocket there under if I need it. Or they can use it, whoever the recipient can use it for a little pocket if they want. A little storage area. Make this small space count. Okay, I think that's pretty. And the same thing this one, and I want that cover up that little dot, so I'm going to put up a little bit more on this one. And let me make sure it's still glued. It is. Make sure it's going to fit. Well, this card must be a little bit more narrow because this one is not. Okay, see, it fit in the pink one, but it didn't fit in the green one. Okay, so we're going to cut off a little bit more here. I bet we're going to have to re-glue this one this time. Okay, that and this. All right, I know that's going to fit. I know I made it too small. I mean, not too small, but just much smaller so that I can make sure it fits. All right, a little bit more glue here. And I'm putting it on this side so I don't put too much glue here. You know what I mean? Because this doesn't go all the way up, so I don't want too much glue up on the side there. All right, so back together there, and then make our little pocket with the 3 sides. Okay, and then I'm going to cover up that dot, so that needs to be about right there in the middle. I'm going to center it on this, and then I can put it up that high to cover up the dot. Okay, so we have a little pocket and behind, and we have a pocket in the envelope. So I did that to put these little, my thinking was I would put some of these little pockets in here, these little And I'm not going to pull on it right now, but that'll go in there nicely. And then when it's dry, you'll be able to reach in there and get it. It's just I don't want to pull on it right now because I just glued it. So let me press down all of my little folds there. Okay, so we have an envelope. So on this side I'm going to put a little, let's see, I think I'll put a little pocket on the bottom here, or maybe even 2 pockets. So let's cut this into some strips. If we make 2 pockets, we need to do like that. I think that'll be good, 2 pockets. So I don't want them too long. So, but one has to be longer. One will be longer, and I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm going to cut this in kind of in half, and it'll be right here like this, and then we'll have our pocket there, and then we'll need another pocket down here. So I'm going to cut this to fit down here. And then we'll have a pocket there, pocket there. So, and it goes over to there, to our fold. Now let's just cut like right here so I can get my width. I'm going to keep these together so I can cut them at the same time. And we'll just finish this one together, and then we'll see if we have time to finish the second one together. So at least I can get one done during this video, right? So on the top here, I want to make these pretty. So I'm going to cut, let's see, I'm just going to cut a circle in the middle here. Let me cut these both at the same time so I have my circle in the same place. You know what I mean? I just put them together for right now. And I have my circle punch here, and I'm making a little circle in the middle, little finger hole. So I'm going to look at the middle. Let's see, this one needs to be over a little bit. Okay, little finger hole in the middle. And there we go. See, now we have 2 finger holes and in the same spot. And let's see how that looks. I'm trying to decide if I want to round the corners or not. I think that I do. I think that'll be pretty if I round the corners. I have my corner rounder right here. So let's do that. So this is just something I needed to figure out as far as what I was doing with this snail mail, because I started working on it last Wednesday and I haven't worked on it since. Just have other things going on, right? Life and other craft projects too. So, all right, so see how pretty that looks with the rounded corners, and then it'll be like that. So let's glue this down on 3 sides here, the sides and the bottom. And then we'll do the other one, and then we'll have 2 little pockets. And this is going to be like a little card or file folder or ephemera holder, whatever you want to call it, for my snail mail, my happy snail mail. And so I'm going to write a little letter to go with this to make it officially a snail mail, and you know, and then put this in the envelope that I made last week. If you didn't see that video, I made an envelope last week, decorated an envelope. In fact, I want to show it to you. I have it right behind me. I'll show it to you before we go today. And because I did some more decorating after the video, so I'll show you that. And then that is going to go, I'm going to get some, what are those smaller envelopes? I have a couple of different sizes of envelopes, so we'll see what it fits in. But I want to put it in an envelope to mail. Like I have my snail mail envelope, and then I want to put it inside of another envelope to mail so it doesn't get messed up in the mail. So there we go. So here's some of my bits I thought maybe would go in here. Here's a butterfly journaling card. Isn't it pretty? I got some new journaling cards Tuesday morning, so say that could go there. Here's a couple of playing cards. These could go down here. And the idea behind the snail mail, and the reason I'm calling it snail mail, is because I just want to mail a few bits, you know, a few fun, you know, papery bits. So say all of these think I want to put some more in here, but that's what I have in here right now. I had in my thrift haul from Florida, I picked up these cigar bands, and I have 3 different kinds that were in the bag. So I'm sending this recipient. It's a surprise, so I'm not saying who it is, but these will go in here. I'm going to put some more in there. And the idea is to send a little something, a little something papery bits, fun, and a pretty little holder here. And I think I'll round these corners, and I might put some stamping on here, some type of word, like even I don't know what I'll put. Maybe I'll put the word tweet up there. Tweet. So here's my cards. Let's see if I can put my hands on them. They are, I mean envelopes, not cards. So these are the envelopes I decorated last week. And this is the idea of, I just had these envelopes and I wanted to use them. So you see I decorated these 2. So if you saw that video last week, you saw these. And then I think I did the most of this on video, this front, but I don't think I did the back, or I started the back and then I didn't have time to finish. So and I was making these wax seals, so that's where I ended up putting the wax seal right there, because I don't want to put it up here to seal. I don't want it to cover this right here, and plus I wasn't ready to seal it. I mean, if I was ready to seal it, that would be okay to go ahead and put it there, and then probably when you open it, you'll be able to pop it off. But anyway, they can leave it here now if they want to, and have it as a decoration. So that's the flower one. It turned out really cute. And then this is the other one, and this is the back of this one, the one with the church on it. And here's a manger scene, and here's the wax seal on this one. And so I think those turned out really fun and pretty. So that's the envelopes. And then here, these are the ephemera kind of folders will go in there. So let's round the corners here and see how that looks. I think that'll just put a nice, well, at least on the top. I don't know if I want to, I don't know if that'll fit. Let me see. Let's just try it and see what happens here. Probably should have done this beforehand, but in order to get it on here, in here nicely, it's, what is it catching on? This is catching on the envelope. Okay. And then this side, and this side with 2 layers. Let me pull the card out so there's no chance of getting that in my, this one I have to push in a little bit more because it's got 2 layers of cardstock. But let's see how it did. I can always round it with my scissors too. It did pretty good. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I will be adding to the cover, and I think that's a super cute way to send a little something in the mail to someone and use up some of your small paper pads. So this one will be the same. We've already glued in our envelope, and then I've got these different papers here. This one's super cute. This might go with the pink better. And these all came in the same paper pad, so they kind of coordinate too, you know what I mean? That's why I'm kind of using these all together. If we can do this one real quick, let me check my time here. Got my TV timing me today. But, oh no, I don't. Well, I can get started on it and then end it if I don't finish. But what we did for that one was, let's see, let me cut this one up here like this. Well, paper cutter didn't want to cooperate on that one, but I'm cutting this off anyway. And then this side, and then I'm going to make a fold here so you can see what this one looks like too. Got some shadows going on. It's still a little dark outside. This is morning video, so the sun hasn't come up quite yet. Okay, let's see if I can cut this one without too much problem here. Yeah. All right, that one cut. This one needs some scissor help. piece that didn't cut right here in the middle. Okay, and that needs to go. Okay, got some scraps here I could do something with, or include them with the snail mail. It's fun to have little bits. So what we did, so this will go here. So we just made our little circle punch in the middle, and we put these together so that they would be in the same spot, you know. Wouldn't have to worry about lining it up separately. Okay, and then just glue these down here. Let's see, the other one I did round the corners, so let's round our corners too on these. I'm going to do that together too. Save a few seconds here, since this video needs to end in a second. In fact, I'll probably end it before I glue these, just to make sure the camera doesn't cut me off, but you can see how it's going to be. Super pretty, right? Isn't that pretty? And this is going to go here, and I'll have my little pockets around the corners, and then put all my little bits in here. So that is what I'm doing this month to use up some of this small paper pad. So I will see y'all next month for the last one this year. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and happy crafting.